Tonight, a 7-year-old girl is in the hospital after police say she was exposed to a combination of powerful drugs. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki is here with an update on her condition and more details on why a woman is now facing felony charges.
Well, Kelly, according to St. Anne Police Captain Blake Kerrigan, that little girl is currently listed in critical condition. As investigators pray for her recovery, they told me it's believed the drugs that she overdosed on came from a woman in her home. At the St. Anne Police Department, Captain Blake Kerrigan says officers are still upset after responding to the overdose of a 7-year-old girl.
It's one of those tragic cases that you come across every now and then, the preventable ones that you feel like shouldn't happen.
According to Captain Kerrigan, Sunday afternoon, officers were dispatched to this Charlack home after a woman called the police.
Her 7-year-old daughter was acting abnormally.
That little girl, who we aren't naming, was rushed to Children's Hospital.
At Children's, they did some tests on the little girl, and we were notified that there was fentanyl and methamphetamine in her system.
32-year-old Jaslyn Raquelle Crawford now faces 2 counts of felony child endangerment after she told police she was using drugs in the bathroom when the girl walked in.
The tragic condition of a 7-year-old girl after drinking a contaminated slushie. A preventable tragedy, a child fighting for her life, and a lesson every parent must hear. Sometimes, the most dangerous moments do not look dangerous at all. A child sees a colorful slushie, a sweet frozen drink, something harmless, something normal. But in one Missouri home, what looked like an ordinary drink turned into a life-threatening medical emergency. A 7-year-old girl was rushed to the hospital in critical condition after unknowingly consuming fentanyl and methamphetamine through a contaminated slushie. She did not know what she was drinking. She did not understand the danger. She was simply a child. This is the heartbreaking story of a young girl from Charlack, Missouri, whose life changed in an instant, and the adult decisions that may have caused it. A young life interrupted. Because she is a minor, authorities have not publicly released the child's name, and that privacy matters. She is known only as a 7-year-old girl from Charlack, Missouri, a child with a full life ahead of her. At 7 years old, life should be simple. School mornings, cartoons, playtime, homework, family hugs, dreams about what she wants to be when she grows up. She should have been focused on childhood, not emergency rooms, toxicology reports, and fighting for her life in a hospital bed. She had no criminal involvement. She had no awareness of the substances involved. She was an innocent child placed in a dangerous adult environment, family and home environment. According to police, the incident happened inside her mother's home in the 8600 block of Olden Avenue in Charlack, Missouri, on April 19, 2026. It was the girl's mother who noticed something was terribly wrong and called 911. That call likely saved her daughter's life. Authorities later focused on another adult inside the home, Jaslyn Raquelle Crawford, a 32-year-old woman who was reportedly present at the time. Police say Crawford was using illegal narcotics in the bathroom of the child's mother's home when the child entered. What happened next would become the center of the criminal investigation. The slushie. Investigators believe the child's slushie became contaminated during that encounter. Authorities said Crawford allegedly admitted she was using drugs in the bathroom when the girl entered. Investigators believe that is when fentanyl and methamphetamine got into the child's drink. Imagine that moment. A child walking in, a drink nearby, no warning signs, no understanding of the danger. Then, minutes later, symptoms. Confusion, physical distress, a child acting strangely. Her mother knew something was wrong. And then came the emergency call. The medical emergency. Police responded around 6:11 p.m. for what was initially reported as a juvenile medical emergency. The child was transported to a nearby hospital for emergency treatment. Doctors soon discovered something shocking. Fentanyl and methamphetamine were in her system. Both substances are extremely dangerous. Methamphetamine is a powerful stimulant that can cause severe cardiovascular and neurological damage. Fentanyl is even more terrifying. It is one of the deadliest synthetic opioids in the United States. Even trace exposure can be fatal, especially for a child. St. Louis County prosecuting attorney Melissa Price Smith emphasized this reality, stating that even the smallest amount can cause overdose in children. The little girl was left in critical condition, fighting for her life, because of a drink she trusted. The investigation. As officers investigated, they developed probable cause that illegal narcotics use contributed to the child's condition. Police later reported finding drugs hidden in Crawford's bra and purse during her arrest. Additional searches reportedly uncovered narcotics in her home and vehicle. This transformed the case from a medical emergency into a criminal prosecution. Authorities called it one of those tragic and preventable cases that shouldn't happen. And they were right. Because this was preventable. Entirely preventable. Criminal charges. Following the investigation, Crawford was arrested and charged with 2 felony counts: endangering the welfare of a child first degree, serious physical injury, endangering the welfare of a child, creating substantial risk first degree. She was held at the St. Louis County Jail on a $250,000 cash-only bond. As of now, the case remains under investigation. And one major question remains: will this little girl fully recover? That answer may take time. Some injuries heal, others stay for life. The bigger issue: this case is not just about one child. It is about how drug exposure is silently placing children in danger across communities. Many people imagine overdoses happening only in obvious places. But sometimes it happens in homes. Near kitchens, near bathrooms, near children. Sometimes the threat is invisible. A powder, a residue, a contaminated drink. Children do not know danger the way adults do. That is why adults must protect them. Always. Lessons and prevention. This case carries powerful warnings for every parent, guardian, and community member. 1. Children cannot recognize hidden drug exposure. Kids trust what adults leave around them. A drink can look harmless. A surface can seem safe. But with fentanyl, even tiny amounts matter. Lesson: never underestimate how little exposure can become life-threatening. 2. Drug use around children is never private. Some adults believe using drugs in another room keeps children safe. It does not. Children wander. Children touch things. Children are curious. Lesson: there is no safe version of illegal drug use around children. 3. Fast emergency response saves lives. The child's mother called 911 quickly. That action likely prevented an even worse outcome. Lesson: when a child suddenly behaves strangely, act immediately. Seconds matter. 4. Home safety is more than locks and doors. Safety also means who enters the home and what they bring inside. Lesson: protecting children includes protecting their environment. 5. Community awareness matters. Neighbors, relatives, and friends often notice risky situations before tragedy happens. Speaking up can save lives. Lesson: silence helps danger grow. Awareness protects children. Final reflection: this little girl should have spent that day laughing, playing, and being 7. Instead, she ended it in critical condition. Because adults made dangerous choices around her. This story is painful because it feels so preventable. She did not choose this. She trusted the adults around her. And trust should never end in tragedy. Children should never pay the price for adult recklessness. This 7-year-old girl didn't know she was drinking danger. But her story reminds us that protecting children begins with the choices adults make every single day. If you care about accountability, subscribe to True Crime Echoes channel. Just in case you are new here or wherever you are watching from, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let's put the little girl in our prayers for quick recovery. If this case makes you think twice, click on the subscribe button. Share this story for a moment. Thanks for watching. Turn on the notifications. Stay safe and stay vigilant.